Meanwhile, opponents to the new law are hoping to add pressure by trying to draw in some of the biggest corporations in Georgia. Tracy A. McPeer takes a look at that part of the story.
Opponents of the new law are continuing to hold demonstrations and asking for corporations based here in Georgia to denounce the new law. At a press conference at the state capitol this morning, representatives from the Black Caucus joined with members of Fair Fight, Black Voters Matter Fund, and the New Georgia Project to discuss their objections. They argue the new law discriminates against minority voters. Now they're trying to add pressure to reverse course by calling on Georgia-based corporations like Coca-Cola, Home Depot, UPS, Delta, and Aflac to denounce the new law.
And it is an affront that here we are in 2021 and we're actually still dealing with the fundamental question of whether black people or people in this state should have free and fair access to the ballot.
For now, the corporations are being careful not to directly take sides while still supporting equality. Home Depot stating, "We believe that all elections should be accessible, fair, and secure and support broad voter participation." Aflac using almost identical language, saying voting should be easy, accessible, secure, and transparent. Delta Airlines saying it believes that full and equal access to voting is a fundamental right for all citizens. And Coca-Cola responding, "We have been active with the Metro Atlanta Chamber in expressing our concerns and advocating for positive change in voting legislation." We saw similar calls for boycotts in 2019 over another controversial measure, the so-called heartbeat abortion law. UGA Public Affairs Communications professor Joseph Watson Jr. says protests and boycotts do have the power to get people's attention.
If I were on the defensive on this, I would take it very seriously. There are a lot of corporate brands at play here, and generally corporate brands don't like this kind of attention.
With lawsuits pending, we'll be watching closely to see how this is handled in court.
Tracy, thanks a lot. There are a lot of layers to Georgia's election reform law and everything happening around it. It is a lot to follow, so we've got it all covered for you. Everything about the law and the opposition on 11alive.com.